When you look at the woman in the photo, you might think she's just some rich woman with a little pussy on her arm. But if I tell you that she not only dumped Trump and earned $200 million in breakup fees, but is also the mother of top American socialite Ivanka, will you be surprised? Not only that, she also shouted to the media when Trump was elected president of the United States that there is no me. There is no Trump. Why on earth can he say such a thing? In this issue, I will talk to you about this arrogant woman Ivana. She is different from her current prominent status. Ivana was born in a small country. She was frail and sick since she was a child. In order to improve her physical fitness, Ivana has suffered a lot. It was a pity that her parents sent her to skiing. Little Ivana, who had skiing talent, made it all the way and was selected into the national team at the age of 19 and became a professional skier. In the process, he not only completed various competitions outstandingly, but also entered the world's top tier. 200-year-old Charles University in Prague obtained a master's degree in psychology, education and linguistics. The ambitious Ivana was no longer satisfied with just skiing in Eastern Europe. He needed a bigger stage. At this time, he met a Canadian skier through his boyfriend. When he immigrated to Canada, he first pretended to break up with his boyfriend and married a Canadian skier. After he immigrated to Canada, his boyfriend also immigrated to Canada. Then he divorced her husband and got back together with her boyfriend. In other words, the Canadian skier was just a bridge for them to achieve their goals. Of course, this is not the end. After arriving in Canada, he changed his profession and became a model. With his excellent appearance, Ivana quickly established a foothold in the modeling agency. At the age of 27, he went to New York with his company to participate in Fashion Week. On the night when Fashion Week ended, Ivana and her female companions went to a high-end bar in Manhattan. The bar business was so booming that there was a long queue of people waiting for a seat. Ivana and her female companions were queuing up when someone suddenly tapped her on the shoulder. She turned around and saw a handsome blonde man chatting up politely and said, "Sorry to bother you. My name is Donald Trump. I noticed that you are here. Wait for a table. The owner of this bar is my friend. Why don't you let me arrange seats for you?" Ivana, who was wearing high-heeled shoes and a miniskirt, did not refuse. And Trump also went along with it. He had the first dinner with Ivana. After that, he sent her and a group of friends back to their residence. The two soon fell in love 9 months later. Ivana and Trump enter the marriage hall. Although Trump was a second-generation rich man at that time, Ivana was far from being a super rich man. Ivana, who became a married woman, was not willing to just be an unknown little wife. She actively participated in Trump's career with her intelligence and talents. Ivana's excellent dressing sense and talented business acumen were praised by Trump. He handed over all the power of engineering and interior design to Ivana. Ivana also lived up to the trust of Trump Tower in Atlanta. Projects such as the Trump Castle Hotel, the Plaza Hotel and the Hyatt Hotel in New York are all handled by her. She works more than 10 hours a day and strictly controls every aspect. She did a lot of things herself, including choosing the marble to decorate the foyer of Trump Tower. She stayed in Italy for a week to compare and review the hotel. Under her leadership and management, the Plaza Hotel became the most luxurious hotel in the United States and became the flagship of the Trump Organization. Many Hollywood stars and business tycoons use it as their hotel. New York's top wedding venues. She also served as president of the Trump Castle Hotel and the Plaza Hotel in New York for 4 years, during which she won the industry honor of Hotel Manager of the Year. Throughout the 1980s, the two worked together to create a series of careers and became leaders in New York's upper class and business circles. Trump, who was originally just an ordinary second-generation rich man, became the richest real estate tycoon in Manhattan with the help of Ivana. Ivana was also once known as the most prosperous woman. In addition to her flourishing career, Ivana's family life is also very happy. She and Trump have 2 sons and 1 daughter, Donald Eric Jr., and the famous Ivanka. His busy work has not made him relax in educating his children, cultivate their strong willpower and fearless fighting spirit. As a former skier, he asked his 3 children to practice skiing from an early age. Even in cold weather of more than 20 degrees below zero, he would not allow the children to be absent because of their squeamishness and laziness. Although he was wealthy, he still strictly warned his children that it was a shame to get something for nothing. Therefore, during school, he only paid for the children's tuition and living expenses. And pocket money had to be earned through labor. Ivana, who was very strict about her lifestyle and tutoring, would never allow her children to go to bars and nightclubs to fool around. Ivana later recalled during those years, "I flew to Atlantic City every morning at 5:30 p.m. and returned to New York from work to personally cook for my children and husband." With such careful training, Ivana's children were all outstanding. Her daughter Ivanka not only helped Trump do real estate, has also created its own famous brand. It has been ranked first in the list of the world's top 10 single richest women by Forbes magazine for 2 consecutive years. It is a benchmark for successful business women. The eldest son, Donald Jr. graduated from Wharton Business School and is an executive deputy director of the Trump Organization. He is developing new projects around the world. In addition, he has 5 children and has a perfect career and family. The younger son, Eric, is an outstanding student at Georgetown University. The graduate is the vice president of the Trump Organization and founded the Eric Trump Foundation in 2010, which mainly funds the research and treatment of childhood cancer. The time came in 1992. To celebrate their wedding anniversary, Ivana and Trump took their children to Colorado for skiing. The high-spirited Ivana was speeding down the high snow slope. Before she could stop, she saw a young and beautiful woman. Woman slides in front of her. Say to her with a smile like a flower, "Hello, I am your husband's lover." Trump cheated on the woman in front of him. The then beauty queen Maple's mistress had such an arrogant attitude. How could Ivana, who was so embarrassed and angry, be able to swallow her anger? Under Ivana's careful arrangement, the sexy news of Trump's cheating was released the next day. It made headlines in newspapers across the United States and dominated it for 13 days. For example, when the two got married with great fanfare, the cheating scandal also caused a huge uproar. At the same time, Ivana, who could not bear the anger, even took her unfaithful husband to court to sue for divorce, and asked to divide half of Trump's family property. According to the prenuptial agreement, he can only get $10 million in the event of divorce. Of course Ivana refused to give up, and the two fought for 13 months in a divorce lawsuit over property distribution. Violent news that breaks out from time to time is on the front page of the news again and again, which makes the onlookers eat a lot. When the divorce battle was in full swing, Ivana's father died suddenly of a heart attack. At that time, Trump also encountered some investment failures and poor management. The two men stopped fighting and eventually Ivana received a total of $25 million in cash and real estate, an alimony of $650,000 per year. Of course, the 3 children also live with their mother. According to Ivana's status in the Trump Organization, such a property division is obviously unfair to him. But he is not willing to waste any more time on this failed marriage. After the divorce, Ivana was different from Trump, who encountered a career slump. He took advantage of the momentum of public opinion and wrote 4 books in one go, from best-selling novels to personal autobiographies to parenting concepts. These books have all been translated into multiple languages and sold more than 40 times. Countries and regions earn a lot of money and fame. Not only that, the shrewd Ivana also kept Trump's surname to take advantage of the sensational effect of being sympathetic during the divorce battle. He struck while the iron was hot and collaborated with famous figures in the fashion industry to develop a line of haute couture clothing, fashion jewelry and other luxury goods. In an era when the internet had not yet reached the whole world, he had been selling directly through television and became very successful. After that, he founded his own company, Ivana House, which offered everything from fashion clothes to fashion jewelry. This trick made him become a role model for ex-wives all over the world, from Mrs. Trump to a well-known mogul in the fashion industry. She has been known as a spontaneous and versatile woman for many years. Even the always acerbic media said that in New York. I don't know who doesn't like Ivana. This is indeed the case. No matter what, she always maintained an open mind. Although she and Trump broke up on bad terms, the two later resolved their differences and even remained close friends for many years. Trump, who became president, once made some obscene remarks about him. The dismissive country described it as a cesspit and was constantly criticized verbally and written. It became the target of public criticism. At this time, his ex-wife Ivana stood firmly by his side and explained to him that he only said stupid things but would never be racist. There was a special line set up for Ivana in the Trump White House. Ivana did not want him to. The current wife is jealous, so she has never had a fight with him. On November 13, 2016, Ivana hopes to become the U.S. ambassador to the Czech Republic to help Trump. The reason he gave is that I am from there. I am proficient in the language there, and the people there know me. I enjoy a high reputation all over the world, but not just in the United States. She is honest and sincere in dealing with relationships. She is also like this. She said that she would rather pay for a pretty boy than spend energy to serve an old man. She also, after he divorced Trump, he married twice more. One was younger and more handsome than the other. The last time was in 2008 when 59-year-old Ivana married an Italian actor who was 23 years his junior. His luxurious villa was lent to her as a wedding venue, although the marriage only lasted 8 months. Ivana, who is now in her 70s, no longer needs any foil. She has experienced it one by one, and now the free and easy pleasure is her pursuit to the edge of life. Looking back at the past, she climbed up the stairs, come back against the wind. Some people say that she relied on men to rise to the top, and she is Jack's version of Wendy Deng. Some people say that she relied on her own hard work to achieve this unprecedented wealth. What is the truth? We don't need to care too much, but we can still learn something from her, such as facing the stormy waves in life. You must have the courage to be the helmsman of your own life. For example, don't care about the hardships you are destined for. Only when you try your best will you find that the gifts of fate are hidden behind the